Recently, Joe Walterio wrote an article in UX Collective called Small Jobs, Small Dreams, and subtitled The System Strikes Back. In this insightful article, Joe observes that design is not really about intention or trust anymore. It's about output. It's a new world we live in, and it is a world many of us find difficult to navigate. As Joe mentioned in his article, strolling through the halls of history, we unearth the momentous era, the year 1895. A cacophony of innovation filled the air as over 3,000 types of automobiles, a veritable cornucopia of mechanical delight, were being produced by at least 1,900 companies. Each company interpreted the challenge of personal transportation with distinct creativity, like a globe-spanning potluck of ideation, cooked up by the most audacious minds of the time. These were the giddy days of chaotic invention, with each designer and engineer fervently seeking the next big idea, the next hit thing, like sartorial explorers in a frontier of utility and form. 2 decades later, a then little-known fellow by the name of Henry Ford came onto the scene, changing everything. He introduced mass production, streamlined for scale, and with it the advent of the standardized form factor. From this point on, the sphere of invention subtly shifted, from sweeping transformation to iterative enhancement. Even today, rarely does a product's form factor change fundamentally. As we often remark here, a mop remains a mop. It is the way it is held, the stories it can tell, that changes. The paradox in this development, however, is that the final form does not always serve the user best. Often, it serves the pockets of the major players, aligning more with profit than with the principles of design. A situation that harkens back to those days of the year 1895, when design decisions were dictated more by a quest for utility and exploration, less by the clamor of the cash register. Let us navigate this situation by analogy. Imagine that you are a seasoned UX practitioner, standing at the crossroads of innovation and standardization. You've witnessed the advent of design systems, a powerful tool that imposes a consistent visual language across digital experiences, and the rise of a constant delivery mindset. These principles, for all their efficiency and scalability, have compromised the creativity inherent in your craft, leaving you yearning for the heady days of experimentation. What you need, if I may be so bold, is a trusted UX coach, a steadfast companion to guide you through these unfamiliar lands. Just as a well-crafted safari jacket shields you from the wild, unpredictable elements of the Serengeti, the UX coach stands ready to protect your creative integrity amidst the sweeping changes in the digital world. Let's consider 4 areas where the UX coach can assist. Let's start with the reinvigorating the spirit of creativity. With the shift from design to product, our creative instincts have been suppressed, constrained by the walls of design systems and constant delivery. A UX coach can help reawaken your creativity, reminding you that design is fluid, malleable. A well-crafted system, after all, is not an end in itself, but a tool that can help you create more effectively. Fostering intentionality in design. In the current landscape of constant delivery, designs are expected to churn out like an assembly line. This creates a perceived distance between designers and their creations. A UX coach can steer you back to intentional designing, advocating for conscious choices that best serve the user, instead of blindly following the design system. Preparing for AI-driven design. The advent of AI is changing our landscape, transforming design from a human-centric craft into a product-oriented practice. This may seem disconcerting, but your UX coach can guide you through this transition, assisting you in finding ways to collaborate with AI and harness its capabilities. Let's consider adapting to the rise of dark patterns. The internet is increasingly dominated by dark patterns, designs that trick users into making decisions they didn't intend to. These manipulative tactics can erode trust, leaving a sour taste in the mouth of users. A UX coach can help you identify and counter these practices, encouraging ethical design principles that respect the user's autonomy. To be clear, the UX coach does not come to your rescue like a caped crusader, swooping down to absolve you of all your concerns. Instead, they're more akin to a twill trench coat, stylish, dependable, and always there when you need them. They offer support and guidance, helping you to navigate the evolving landscape of digital design, fostering resilience against the ever-present winds of change. On the subject of change, there's a poignant realization that comes to us all. Our utility, like that of the once vibrant automobile companies of yesteryear, is temporal. Let's let that harsh truth sink in. We have a limited span to make our mark, to contribute to the grand tapestry of human endeavor. It is the UX coach who can help us maximize our contribution, guiding us through the shifting sands of time and technology, allowing us to adapt and thrive in the face of change. This might seem a daunting task, I know. We find ourselves in a world that prioritizes velocity over creativity, efficiency over exploration. Yet it is important to remember that we have been here before. Our journey as designers has always been fraught with challenges, just as the early automakers grappled with myriad choices of form and function. And just as they had their guiding lights, the Fords and Benzes of their era, we too have our UX coaches ready to guide us through our present maze and onward to greatness. In essence, the role of a UX coach is not so much to lead as to illuminate, to reveal the pathways hidden beneath the undergrowth of standardization and scale. They remind us that even in a world obsessed with product and constant delivery, the heart of design, the spirit of creativity and intentionality, still beats strong. So as we stand amidst the whirlwind of digital transformation, let us not lose sight of the principles that brought us here: a commitment to creativity, a dedication to user-centric design, and a resolve to continuously adapt and evolve. For though the landscape may change, our purpose as designers remains steadfast. And as you navigate these turbulent waters, remember, you're not alone. You have the support of a trusty companion, a UX coach. For as much as things change some things, the joy of creative exploration, the satisfaction of solving complex problems, the thrill of pioneering new frontiers remain timeless. Let us continue to push boundaries and uphold the tenets of good design, even in an age where output often trumps intentionality. After all, we're not merely shaping pixels and code. We're crafting experiences, telling stories, impacting lives. With the assistance of a UX coach, we can continue to navigate this journey with our heads held high, our spirits undaunted, and our creativity unbounded.